everyone, I'm Mike Campbell with StrikeWorks. We're live here in Irvine, California, and we're gonna do MSP Cribs. Let's go. We'll take you in. This is the front, and you can see we got this big display here. So we'll put on like different events. We've had like World Series on up here. We've been playing World Cup games. We've even found that like people will park out in front of our office and watch the games from the parking lot, which is kind of cool. Usually this is on. We got something displayed. It's pretty cool. Nothing too exciting in here, but you know, we'll store clients' hardware, equipment. If you got laptops that need to be set up, we've got them ready to go here, so we can grab them, set them up for you guys. Let's keep going. So most of the action is upstairs on the second floor, so you get your steps in every day. Got some start the artwork down here on the first floor. Got Kobe and Shaq, so if you're a big Kobe fan, we are. Bruce Lee also up here, some others. All right, so here's where the action happens, up here on the second floor, and pretty open space. We really liked it, so we can all kind of see each other and to be interacting. Up here's like a communal area, so a lot of times we'll hang out here at lunch. Sometimes we've had like Nintendo Switch tournaments, like Mario Kart, stuff like that. So you'll find some of the staff hanging out up here. This pool table is also very popular. So especially at lunchtime, people will be playing sometimes 2 out of 3, or whoever wins is kind of the king of the hill. You got to try and knock them off, and everyone's playing together. But definitely we have a lot of fun here. And then we've got TVs all around. So we've got the one here, as you can see, it's a commercial on right now, but probably like World Cup. As World Cup's been happening, we've been having it on kind of all day. So the staff in here working, you can watch the game in the background. Some little fun. We got this popcorn machine, so you'll see that kick off, here a couple times a week, and you can smell it, which is pretty cool. The funny thing is I actually can't stand popcorn, but I do really enjoy the smell, and everyone else seems to enjoy it, so which is great. Kitchen space here, again, pretty communal area. You'll find everyone hanging out here at lunch. A lot of laughter happens here, which is pretty cool. We got started several years ago, and it was Victor and I. We originally met. I was a vendor, he was the client. He was head of IT for Maruchan Ramen Noodle Company. I was working for an MSP, so that's kind of how we connected. I was doing projects for him. Ended up, I had a lot of clients that followed me to the MSP who were really unhappy, and they all kind of told me like, hey, we're gonna leave, but we wanna work with you, so what are you gonna do? And Victor and I got to talking. We realized we both wanted to do something. He had a background that I didn't have, and vice versa. We're like, hey, why don't we do this? Like, it makes sense. And we had the opportunity, so we jumped ship and made it happen. It was a lot of figuring things out from the beginning. How do you start an MSP and onboard a bunch of clients from day one? But we figured it out. So it was right early on in COVID. So it was like the beginning of 2001 when a lot of this was happening. 2021. So 2021, yes, yeah, thank you. Off by 20 years, but somewhat close. Just as kind of things were opening back up from COVID. So we had to find an office space, hire people, go through the whole thing while onboarding and serving clients. And so it was a lot of chaos in the beginning, but it's totally paid off. And thankfully, a lot of people trusted Victor and I. We've known all these people in the beginning for a long time. And so while we may not have quite had like the company ready to go, they trusted us. So it was a very cool process. We definitely learned a lot, I will say that. Okay, now let me show you the server room. So as you can see, we've done a fantastic job of the front. If you haven't seen these before, these are actually really cool. You can pull them out, plug it in, and then like suck the slack back in. So it keeps it really neat, really tight. Back here is still a work in progress. There's still some construction going on, so don't judge me for that. We used to have a lot more in here, but we've moved it all out into the warehouse. So we're really just trying to clean this space out so we can do it for some other things. But this is it, this is the spot. So this is my office area. I'm usually taking calls. Here's kind of my spot. I got the mic and the camera and do the whole thing, but I've changed what I do quite a bit. My background is as a network architect and engineer. So I did IT, mostly like VoIP telecom stuff in the Marine Corps. And that's what got me started in the IT industry. I got out, went to work for an MSP, and I've worked for pretty much only MSPs since 2006 now, so about 20 years. And I had built a rep as like the network engineer in the MSP space here in Southern California. Just how we've picked up a lot of our clients. They all kind of know me as that guy. But when we started the company, I was still doing a lot of that, but hey, we're a company and we needed new clients and we had to grow. I volunteered to take on business development sales, not quite understanding what that was going to take for the beginning. So it's been a bit of an evolution, but that's what the last 5 years is looking like, is going from the engineer architect doing big projects for a lot of people, but passing that baton on and mentoring some of the other guys so they're doing that, and then learning how to do business development, right? How to engage with people in a whole new way and build out a department here. So that's currently what I'm doing. It's been a lot of fun. I've kind of completely reinvented myself now. I've always been a people person. So what I would say is a lot of people call me the engineer who would accidentally sell, because I would make friends and I'd build rapport with a lot of people. But what I didn't know how to do was actually how to close them, right? Or to take them through a sales process. And so as an engineer, I was great at making friends. And what I had to learn is that in sales, well, yes, I want to be friendly and I want to build rapport and I would get to know people. I'm not here just to be their friend. I'm actually gonna do the best thing for them. It's guide them to what is the best thing for them, right? And helping them understand that and being part of that process with them is the best thing you guys need, and here's how we can fulfill that for you. And me just kind of being your bro, your buddy, I may not actually be serving you the best way in this new capacity. So there was definitely kind of a shift there, an evolution of I'm no longer just people's friends, also an engineer, but I'm here to help guide them towards the solutions they need. Thanks for coming out, guys. I'm Mike Campbell with StrikeWorks here in Irvine, California. Thanks for joining us on MSP Cribs.